It's 9:49. Time for Imagine It. Sylvia Branzi's here. She's the author of Grossology. And if you haven't been down to the Imagination Station yet, Grossology in full swing down there. The impolite science of the human body, right?
It is.
Okay, so what are you going to be showing us today?
Well, today we're going to make a big, giant, gaping wound.
Oh, perfect. So I could always use one of those.
It's a fake one.
Okay, all right. So you're not going to harm me. So that's good.
No.
So what made you come up with Grossology and writing the book?
I used to be a junior high school science teacher, and one day I was clipping my toenails, and I started thinking about that gunk underneath my toenails. Ooh. And then I thought, ooh, kids like gross stuff. I want to teach them science. I'll invent a new science. I'll call it Grossology.
And it's really something that has caught on with the kids. A lot of kids like that. You know, they like to talk about all the gross, icky, gooey stuff. But at the same time, you're almost tricking them because they're learning something.
Well, that's my whole point. What I do is I hook them in with gross, and then I actually teach them health science, and they don't even know they're learning.
All right. And part of what we're going to do today has a little bit of science behind it as well.
Oh,
right?
well, if you come down to my show, I'll give all the science.
Ooh, I love that.
But with you, I'm just going to show you the cool activity.
You show me
here.
the cool thing.
So we took some petroleum jelly.
Okay.
And I put it on a plate, and then I added some red food coloring.
All right.
And I stirred it up. But that doesn't really look like blood, right?
Not
too
yet.
pink.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put in a touch of cocoa.
Okay, all things that we have at home, too.
Exactly, everything from home. So this will smell like chocolate, so you might want to eat your giant wound. Then we took some tissue, just regular old tissue.
Okay.
And I just took it and ripped it.
Okay, so a little
And now we need a volunteer, a victim.
Okay, that's me.
That's you.
Yeah, I'll
You're
do
my
it.
victim. A wound set, we're going to put the wound right here.
Okay.
So first I'm going to put some petroleum jelly on your arm. And we're going to place a little bit of tissue on there.
Okay.
Now I'm going to coat the whole thing. With the children, what we do is we talk about wounds and wound healing, red blood cells, white blood cells, all kinds of science behind a wound.
Okay.
And what happens to your body when you get wounds so that you can make sure you can get healed. So that doesn't look like a wound at all, because I'm going to curl up the edges. And what I've learned is that the first place you actually form a scab is on the highest spots of a wound.
Okay.
And that's because more air will hit it, more oxygen goes to it.
All right.
So what we're going to do is we're just going to take all your edges and darken them up as though they're scabbing.
This looks really good.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
So we'll scab this up a little bit along the edge, and then we'll have you go, ooh, ah, oh, oh.
Yeah, this is good. This is a good Halloween suggestion
In fact, they
as well.
do this at Imagination Station at Halloween.
Oh, there you go.
This activity. Right now they're doing owl pellet dissection and other gross stuff. So you have to wait for Halloween to do this, or you can do it at home on your own.
Neat. And you have 2 demonstrations today while you are visiting Toledo. And in part of those demonstrations, you're going to go through a lot of different stuff with the kids,
Yeah,
right?
we're going to do some fake snot and some wounds and some fake edible barf. It'll be fabulous.
Gotta love that.
Does it hurt yet?
It hurts a little bit. That actually looks pretty real. Can you see that over there? Oh, man, that's pretty good. I know, I like that. So this is just one of the things that you do. Obviously, you talk more about, as you mentioned, the blood cells, everything else, what you can do to help if you have a wound. But this is really a way to bring kids in, because who doesn't love stuff like this?
Exactly, it's fabulous.
Don't worry, no one was hurt in the making of this. Well, Sylvia, thanks so much for coming in. That's this week's Imagine It. If you want to go visit, Sylvia, you're going to be down at the Imagination Station today at 1 and 3. There are 2 separate, I guess you would call them, sort of performances. Yeah, sure, why not? That's happening down at the Imagination Station in downtown Toledo. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much for beating me up. From there, let's go over to Dave. He's got to check sports.